Hi, it's Isabel975 and welcome to Elite Dangerous on the Legacy version on Xbox, and today I've got a fun video for you going deeper diving into some salt I recently got sent and responding more fully to some certain comments from that video. The video overviewing it, was one thing. It was very funny, the being called fascist and all the rest of it by QcWarChief in his crazy rants was properly funny, but I wanted to take some time to respond fully to some of his claims because they were just so hilarious, and I thought they kind of deserved a little more of an in-depth look. And I thought this perfect clip to demonstrate to QcWarChief how wrong he is about my playstyle. So this is me, scanning a guy, finding he has no cargo, sending him the words "no cargo, free to go." Look at that, amazing. I didn't just out and out murder him for no apparent reason, which is apparently all I do in game. Yeah. It's funny how people make judgments about people or their playstyle or what they get up to in game based on no information whatsoever, and then they base their entire argument off assumptions that they've made just purely on their own. This guy fully enjoyed his encounter with roleplay pirates, and it was good to see that at least somebody knows.
Everything's better with pirates.
So let's jump into QcWarChief's most egregious or ridiculous statements that he made in the recent video that I put out. Now, if you haven't seen that video, I will recommend you go back and watch that one in full, because basically he started off defending combat logging and somehow reached the conclusion that people who ask people politely to play by the game's rules are fascists for doing that. Very weird. How we impose our will upon other people and tell them how they should and shouldn't behave. No, we just play a video game by the rules set out by the developer, which includes us doing PvP piracy. This person unfortunately chose to attack me rather than let me type "no cargo, free to go." But that's his decision, and I'm not gonna force him to play any way. He can play how he wants. If he engages with me as a pirate, all to the good. If he attacks me, all to the good. But yeah. That comment. What if I tell you I do not think it's cheating, but that also it's your problem as you attack randoms that may not want to play by your rules? Now, the clear thing there is they aren't my rules. I don't make the rules of the game. I don't decide what the rules are. I just play a video game and have a bit of fun. There's an open mode. The developers allow us to do PvP piracy and PvP in that open mode. It's not a purely cooperative game. You are allowed to attack other players. In fact, Starro has even asked the developers if attacking other players is considered griefing in open, and when they answered no, the Care Bears did decry and say that FDev were wrong. So the whole premise that he's built his sandcastle on is that we force people to play by our rules. They're not our rules. We don't make any rules. We have no power to make rules within the game environment. We just merely play how the game is intended to be played, following the rules and terms and conditions laid out by the developer. The fact the developer put piracy tools in the game allows you to switch your carrier to piracy mode and allows you to attack other players in open is all part of the game, and players don't have to engage with it. This gentleman here doesn't have to fight me. He could have just jumped away and ignored me. I'm not forcing him to be here. I cannot stop him high-waking beyond grom bombing him, and even if I grom bomb him, there's only a cooldown timer and it doesn't force someone to stick around. It only means they have difficulty escaping, and when this guy escapes, you know what? I didn't go after him. I just sent him a message saying "no cargo, free to go," because I had no interest in this fight. I wasn't out to kill him. But when somebody attacks me while I'm trying to type "no cargo, free to go," I have to defend myself as a pirate, because that's part of the fun of the game. A bit of PvP is enjoyable. If you don't enjoy the experience of PvP, maybe the open mode is not for you. I'm not saying you can't play in open. I'm just saying maybe the mode's not for you. I played in open for 3 years as a pacifist trader and did whatever I wanted to do because I was willing to accept that other people may attack me, and I learned to escape and evade from them and jump away. Nobody's forcing anybody to do anything. It is, after all, a video game, and me personally, as a pirate, I just enjoy the thrill of the chase.
The game's afoot! I'll gobble them up!
Now, I do, as part of my roleplay and part of my in-game roleplay, kill other players. Now, as I put in that other video, I generally kill for power play reasons. This gentleman was an imp in soul. And as an Archon Delane, he is a valid target for me as far as power play is concerned, so therefore he was sent the message die imp die, and then we proceeded to attack him. Again, nobody's forcing him to play an open, to engage in PvP, or to choose to pledge to an Empire faction. And he took it quite well. I liked his message that he sent me and Owl as we killed him. We said die imp die and started attacking him. Yeah. Like, it's a bit of fun. The only cost is a rebuy. It's not that big a deal. I don't know why people get really salty about it or get really upset about it. But certainly the next comment from QcWarChief, I am actually going to read in full because it's breathtaking. It is. A whole group of people that claim rights over others, a bit violently, in brackets, in game, and quick to regroup in here to defend their views. That is pure fascism, and I guess you missed that class back then. No, that isn't fascism, and also we're not an entire group. You were in a conversation with some Dark Marauders and some people from other squadrons as well, and also the person whose clip it was who has nothing to do with the Dark Marauders. In fact, you were in a conversation with, I believe, 6 people. And I'm sorry, but no, there was no comments that were made that could be considered or were to be considered fascism. You know, we do not claim rights over others. We don't. If you would like to list what rights I claim over other people, please feel free to do so in the comments down below. This is just a ridiculous claim on your behalf. If you're saying please follow the rules of the MMO we play as us claiming rights over others, that would be a really weird claim. It's like saying when you play football against someone, asking them not to pick the ball up and run at you with it would be us trying to claim rights over other people. No, it's just asking people to obey the rules of the game, because without rules there is no game. Also, a bit violently in game. Yeah, it's a game. Like, in-game violence is not real violence. You can't draw a comparison. Claiming someone's a fascist because they commit acts of in-game violence like killing an imp who is pledged to power play and consenting to PvP. Like, I get attacked by imps because I'm Archon Delane. I attack imps because I'm Archon Delane. Fair is fair. It's part of the game. It's part of the way the game is structured and part of the way the game is designed. I don't make the rules, FDev do. And again, this whole claim that we're fascists because of anything, the whole leap to fascism was just the most ridiculous thing. Especially from someone so self-important and so self-entitled that they don't believe the rules apply to them because, the game developers aren't God. Yeah, a bit of an odd statement. I'm not much of a theology student. I'm an atheist, but I would deem that if you're the creator of the universe that people play in, and that you can wipe them away very quickly and as if they didn't exist, completely delete their account, that's some godlike powers there. If they make the rules, it's their product, it's their game. They're allowed to. But QcWarChief doesn't believe that. He believes he's more entitled than the developers to decide what is and isn't allowed in the game. Bit of an odd opinion, bit of a strange one, but so's the leap to fascism. As for the next leap is properly hilarious, I will say. I do love how QcWarChief gets his ideas from. This one's a bit of a longer statement and as inaccurate as any of the others that he came out with. Yes, that guy did head to the home screen rather than let me pirate him, and I don't care because it wasn't in combat, so he's fine to do that. Okay, the game development once said it will never enforce again that it is cheating. When did they say that? Please provide the evidence of that. So what, it stayed and still is used to avoid unwanted players? Why would a player stay in private and prevent himself from meeting good commanders just because you feel like KOS every player you see? So, a wildly inaccurate statement there from QcWarChief. If he genuinely believes I KOS every player I see, how would he explain the amount of players that get let go with a no cargo free to go? Also, who's he to define what is a good and not good commander? Like, because somebody plays a way he doesn't like, he's defining them as a not good commander? That's insane. Like, I've assisted and helped more players in this game than most people I know. I've done video guides assisting people. I've physically aided people in the game. I've taught people from scratch how to play the game. I've encouraged more people to play this game than most people I know. Also, some of the worst gankers on this game are the ones constantly organizing, I should say, events to keep the game going, to keep the game alive. So to make judgmental calls and say someone's a good commander and not a good commander based on no evidence whatsoever just shows you the level of entitlement this person has. They think they know best and they don't have to look at any evidence or even understand any evidence. It is bizarre to me that somebody would have that opinion. Like, you know, and the fact that, you know, people shouldn't stay in private group, they should come into open because they might meet good commanders. Yeah, but the thing is, the rules laid out for open would mean they meet any commanders that are playing in open, and by your definition they're going to meet commanders that engage in PvP. Oh my god, that makes them terrible people. Oh, what a horror show of human beings. How dare they PvP in a mode that allows it. Yeah, QcWarChief's just entire argument is just based on assumptions about people. Like, who is he to judge whether I am a good or bad commander? Who is he to judge who is good or bad in this game? Like, he's not an authority figure. He has no power. And obviously he makes these judgments without any evidence whatsoever, because apparently I KOS the whole universe. But as we've seen from these clips, I'm not very good at KOSing people because I don't kill that many commanders. In fact, I don't kill that many commanders full stop. I kill a few imps here and there, and even those I offer credits to compensate them and stuff like that. And it's all a bit of fun and PvP in game, which a lot of people find enjoyable. The fact that people find stuff enjoyable must really bug QcWarChief. The fact that some people actually enjoy engaging with open as it is, as the developers intended it to be. That must really grate on his nerves, because, you know, as you saw from the massive comment thread and all the claims of fascism, you know, he is so self-entitled that he doesn't think that, you know, the developers have the right to tell him how to play, and you know, you should be allowed to cheat freely to avoid people. Okay, if you want to cheat, go ahead, but like I said in the video, and like I say now, you'll only get called a cheat, and you may not want that stigma following you around. And I swear, I think this guy was AFK, but this is how dangerous we are and how much we KOS people. I mean, literally a guy who's AFK and we leave him alone and just go back up into Super Cruise to continue pirating. That's how safe people are when we're pirating. We're not after your life, we're not looking to kill people, we're pirates. The fact QcWarChief just makes assumptions about how people play, and he thinks his version of who's good and bad is the only version, just shows you how much entitlement that person has. And we're politely asking people to play by the rules. Apparently that makes us fascists. Bizarre. Anyway, that's all. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments down below.